Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel for a new Perfume of the Month video. As you may know, since last month, so the month of September, I decided to start my very own series called Perfume of the Month. I'm sure a lot of people already do similar series, so I'm not gonna say it's my invention, but I'm very happy to be doing it on my channel now. As you know by now, if you've been subscribed to my channel, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. It's the little button, the red button below, and it's totally free. But if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I'm really into fashion, and my channel is really focused fashion. But I've been trying to also do a little bit of beauty, and last month it was Cloud Perfume by Ariana Grande, so I invite you to go check it out. I will link it below. It was quite successful. A lot of people enjoyed that different type of review, so I really hope that today's video is gonna have the same success and you're gonna love it as much as I was excited to film it. So without further ado, let's get going into the review. So today's perfume is the one and only Alive by Hugo. This is the perfume of the month that I decided to choose because it's one of my last perfumes that I received. I had my birthday in August and I received two perfumes. I received Cloud by Ariana Grande from my brother, and I received Alive by Hugo from my dad. So I really wanted to review these two to kick off the series, and then I will go into other perfumes that I might purchase or other perfumes that I have and that I still am using to give you a good review on them. Besides that, I want to talk about this one today because it's also a great perfume for fall and just the colder month. So I figured if you're searching for a perfume for October, November, December, January even, I would really recommend this one. So as I did for Cloud, I'm going to explain quickly why I decided to get this one in particular, and then we'll go into the notes and how it smells together, and then I will just give you all the information concerning the prices as well. So basically, Alive is a perfume that I received as a tester. I just went one day into my, local kind of perfume shop, and I don't remember if I bought maybe makeup or something, and I received, as you receive usually, little miniatures of perfumes, makeup, and all that. And I had this little tester miniature perfume from the brand Hugo, and it was this perfume Alive. And I remember that right away when I smelled it, I absolutely loved it. It smelled so good, and I remember it staying on my skin for so long. And this is really a selling point for me. If the perfume stays on my skin for a long time and that I am able to also smell it during the day, you are sure that I'm gonna buy that perfume. And with Cloud that I reviewed last month, it was kind of the case. I did smell it really easily on my skin, but this one tops it off. This one is one of the only perfumes that stays on me the whole day, that I can smell myself, and that I'm obsessed with. So I remember that I was on this website. Again, it's the same perfume store that I mentioned in my last video. It's a European, I believe, brand. I'm not sure if you have it outside of Europe. I would have to check that out. But it's the brand or the store Douglas, and I'm not sponsored by them. It's just the only store that really offers good deals, nice perfumes. They have a lot of different type of brands, type of perfumes. So it's always the place where I go to buy makeup and to buy perfumes. Anyway, so this is the 80 milliliter. I will go into the prices after talking about the scent, but like this, it's the biggest size that they offer. They don't have 100 milliliter, but they have 80, at least here in Switzerland. Once again, I don't know if it changes from country to country, but here it's 80 milliliter, the maximum, so it's the biggest size you can have. So let's get going into the actual scent and the different notes. So as I mentioned in my previous videos, you have the top notes, the middle notes, and the base notes. The top notes are the ones you smell right away when you spray on yourself. The middle notes are the ones that linger after wearing it for a bit, and the base notes are the ones that stay on your skin at the end of the day or after a long amount of time. By the way, I will sometimes relate my video and my information to my own little experience as a fragrance promoter. If you've been on my channel for nearly a year now, you will know that I worked as a fragrance promoter here and there, and I know a few little terms and a few little things about the industry. I'm no professional, but I do really enjoy the perfume and fragrance world, so sometimes I might just mention my own experience as a fragrance promoter. Anyways, the top notes in this one are apple, blackcurrant, cinnamon, Madagascar vanilla, and plum. So this is very interesting. There's a lot of top notes and they're all very different. So by the way, they call this scent a woody sweet scent. So it means it's a pretty warm scent and obviously very sweet. And as you can see, the vanilla is definitely, I will spray myself just to confirm it to you. But yeah, the first scent I smell is vanilla. I smell vanilla with a little bit of this fresh scent that is probably coming from the apple. the apple, and even the black currant, these kind of more fruity scent, they give this little dynamism, if I could say so, to the perfume, this little fresh touch that you smell right away. Then I obviously smell this vanilla, this sweetness, the plum as well, that is very sweet, and the cinnamon that creates a bit of a warmer kind of scent to it. So that's definitely what I smell right away, a sweet and fresh dynamic scent. Now for the middle notes, you have jasmine and thyme. Thyme is a very interesting one because this one is one that we would find quite a bit in the men's perfume. I mean, we find it also in women's, obviously, but it's something that we find quite a bit in the men's because it's a bit of a neutral, fresh type of scent. It's not as fresh as I mentioned, maybe apple. And the jasmine is very interesting as well because I personally am not a fan of jasmine in perfume. I know my mom loves it. She actually even has a jasmine based perfume that I might review next month. Who knows? You will see. For me, it's not necessarily my favorite. I think it's a little bit too heavy. And it's a little bit too mature for me. To be honest, when I smell it, I don't particularly smell the jasmine, but I guess it's a little touch of floral that you do find in the perfume. This is interesting because when I smelled it the first time, I felt like it was a sweet floral scent. But now that I see the description of it and the notes, you will see with the base notes, it's very interesting. It's definitely more of a woody, sweet scent. It's just very interesting that they have jasmine and thyme as like the core middle notes. And then the base notes are the ones that are very interesting. They're the ones that stay the longest during the day, and they're also kind of the, I would say, more powerful ones. So listen well to this because you're going to be interested in that. You have Chinese cedarwood, sandalwood, olive wood, and Alaskan golden wood. And yes, I had to read each time, so maybe the editing is weird right now, but just to make sure I'm not butchering any words or saying something wrong. So all the base notes are all woody scents. They're only woods, which is very interesting. And really, when I think about it, this is why it creates such a warm smell. I mean, you can totally see it as like vanilla, cinnamon, plum, jasmine, and all of these woody based. This makes sense, you know, it really makes sense that it would be a more like sweet. That's why I wanted to mention it for fall, winter even, because I feel like people might be drawn to this more for that season. The only people who might not like it are the people who are not a fan of sweet scents, because this one is definitely a sweet scent. So if you're not into sweet, if you really don't like it, if it makes you sick, because it can make people really sick, actually, sweet scents. I know my mom hates sweet scents, for example, it makes her sick. So I know a lot of people are similar to that. Now for the sizes that they come in and the prices, I am basing my experience on the stores I found here around Switzerland or around Europe, and I saw that they have the 30 milliliter bottle, the 50 milliliter, and the 80 milliliter. So 30 milliliter is around 75 Swiss francs or US dollars, it's similar. 50 milliliter is 103 Swiss francs dollars. And finally the 80 milliliter is 145 Swiss francs or US dollars. So once again, depends on where you live. Sometimes it will be more expensive, sometimes less expensive. It depends on the store as well, depends if there's sales. There's a lot of things that will make the price change, but this is the average price that I've seen the most around here in the stores. And as I mentioned, I got the 80 milliliter, so it's 145 francs. But honestly, I would go between the 50 and the 80 milliliter in comparison to the price, because as I mentioned, the 30 milliliter is 75 Swiss francs, which is quite a lot, to be honest, for a 30 milliliter bottle. When I used to work as a fragrance promoter, 30 milliliter, we would call it the kind of discovery size. So it would be the perfect size just to discover the perfume. So literally just to wear for a month or two, that's it. And I feel like 70 francs for just a month or two is really a lot. So I would go more towards the 50 milliliter, 80 milliliter if you really love the fragrance for sure. That's my own recommendation, but like this, you have an idea of the price points. It's definitely a more expensive perfume than the previous one I talked about in my other video, The Cloud by Ariana Grande. It's normal, this is Hugo Boss. It's a bit of a higher quality, it stays longer in the skin. But yeah, so this is a little bit about the prices and the sizes. And I think that's pretty much it. I obviously don't have the box anymore, as you can see, but if I find a picture, or I guess if you see the links below where I will link this perfume in the different sizes it comes in, you will see the box and all that good stuff. But yeah, so this one is definitely one of my favorite perfumes ever. Comment below if you know this perfume, if you've tried it, or comment below if you want to get it. Don't forget to check out the links below because you will be able to purchase it by clicking on the links below. And as I already mentioned, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. If you have any requests for perfume of the month or for any other video related to fashion or even beauty, why not, or challenges, whatever you want, put them below, or you can write to me on Instagram. And I guess that's pretty much it for today, and I will see you next week in my next video. Bye!